Philip James, and today we're in Dan Park in the middle of Taipei, Taiwan, and the topic is, could Taiwan be the next hotspot for digital nomads? Digital nomads, and these days it's called work from home or work remote, and these are my reasons why I think it could be. I've worked from over 20 cities around the world, in Latin America, in Asia, in the US. So, Wi-Fi. Taiwan has awesome Wi-Fi. There's good coverage, it's strong, and it's cheap. So, unlimited data for about $30 a month. And it's gonna cover you all around the island. That means you can plug in on the hotspot with your laptop, work from the train, atop a mountaintop, or anywhere else, any coffee shop. So, I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, Taiwan's a 10. Air quality. So Taiwan has really good air quality. On the west coast, where you have more industry, like in Kaohsiung, Taichung, it gets not so good. But on the east coast and even in Taipei, it's relatively good compared to other cities around the world and in Asia. So you don't get that heavy smoke burning season like you get in Chiang Mai or Thailand. So it's pretty good. Overall, you're gonna get blue skies, other than here we are in Taipei and you get a lot of cloud coverage. But the overall quality of your air is going to be good in Taiwan. Affordability in regard to rent is really affordable. And to get a little more insight on this topic, I'm going to visit with a few of my pals here who are foreigners working in Taiwan, and let's hear what they have to say about affordability in regard to rent.
I've been living in Taiwan for 4 years. For my rent, I pay $13,500, which is about 450 US.
I'm renting a shared flat for 12,000 NT dollar.
I pay 12,000 NT for rent.
I'm living in the center of Taipei, really trendy area, and I pay about 23,000 Taiwanese dollars a month for it.
And I pay about 500 US dollars a month for my apartment.
I live in Taipei. I have a equivalent of a $6,000-7,000 a month Manhattan apartment for about 1,800 USD a month out here.
I rent two places in Taiwan. One is a small studio in Taipei City, which costs me 21,000 a month. And the other one is a 3-story house outside of the city, for which I pay 13,500.
If you like to adventure and explore the outdoors, Taiwan is really good. You have a coastline, you have the mountains, and you can bicycle. So I bicycled around the island when I first got here. It was a really good adventure. You could go surfing. So really, almost around the entire island, there's surf spots. You could go diving. So there's really good scuba diving. While you're exploring nature, you're gonna find beautiful like hot springs too. So Taroko National Park, my favorite hot spring is Wenshan on the entire island of Taiwan. But you'll find cool hot springs scattered really all around the country. So you can trek up rivers and plunge in the hot springs, and it's really beautiful. There's really good adventure and road trips. So it's really easy to go to the beautiful islands like Orchid Island or Kinmen Island, which is just a couple kilometers off the coast of mainland China. Or when travel's more open, it's real easy to hop around Asia. So Taiwan's called the heart of Asia. So it's really easy to hop to the Philippines or Japan or down to Thailand. It's a really good location to explore the rest of Asia and explore beautiful nature. Transportation. So Taiwan is really good in regard to transportation, and you have a lot of options. When I first got to Taiwan, I bicycled around the entire island. It was relatively easy. There were some really good bike lanes. And when you're in cities like Taipei or Taidong, it's really bike friendly. You don't really even need a car. Plus, with the car in these bigger cities, it's a little tough to park. I would prefer a bike over a car. But my favorite mode of transportation around Taiwan and around the cities is scooter. My preferred mode of transportation in Taiwan and Taipei, by far, scooter. Can't beat it. Freedom to explore, stop, take pictures, take videos, and really take in the country and the culture. Definitely scooter. And I just feel like I have a lot of freedom when I'm on a scooter in Taiwan. Accessibility, I think Taiwan overall is really wheel friendly. So you see, there's a lot of respect for the elderly, and a lot of times when you're out and about, even in the countryside, you'll see the elderly on these little carts. So it's really set up nicely. If wheelchair, if you're in one of these carts for the elderly, Taiwan makes it work. Trains, you can pretty much train anywhere around the island, and it's really affordable. Plus, they have a really cool high-speed rail. And then if you must, you can always resort to a car. So that might be a safer option. I know as a bicyclist, sometimes it didn't feel 100% safe in certain parts of the roads. So if you're taking longer treks and exploring the island, a car might be your preferred mode of transportation. Healthcare is really good in Taiwan. It's really affordable. You're going to get a really good excellence in regard to treatment. And a lot of treatment, for me anyway, is less expensive to pay cash out of pocket in Taiwan than to be in the United States and have insurance, because we have these big deductibles in the US. Here, you can go to the doctor and get really good care and super affordable. Now, if you're a resident and you have the national insurance, then it's really affordable. You're gonna pay maybe $5 or less for a doctor's visit. So in regard to healthcare, Taiwan ranks really high. Safety. I think Taiwan is ranked #1 as a safe country in the world. And you're gonna feel that all around the city. So even if you go to the most dangerous parts of Taipei, you're gonna feel safe. Just how safe is Taipei? Well, this area, you know, every city has one of these areas where you're kind of warned, you know, it might be a little bit this or that. So here we are in that area of Taipei, and you know, I've got my phone out. Any other city this hour, you wouldn't even take your phone out. Like if you were in even San Francisco, any city in the world, you couldn't be doing this. Somebody would grab your phone, it would disappear. So here we are, kind of the. So she's saying turn my camera off. Anyway, it's one of those areas, and here we are. Pretty safe, phone's out. No one's really bugging me so far. No one's stealing my phone. So this is is probably kind of cautious as you're going to be in downtown Taipei, and we made it. So far I have a phone. So if you're seeing this video, everything went fine. Came out of here with the camera intact, my body intact, and man, Taiwan is safe. It is safe. Some people say it's too safe. I'll take it though. It feels real calm, real peaceful. You can walk around a city like Taipei all hours of the night, every section of the city, and feel safe. Something that's really important to me while I travel is gyms. So I like to work out, and in Taiwan you can do like these single pass visits for $3 or $4, or you can get a month membership at a lot of gyms for $25. So it's really affordable, and if you like to exercise outdoors, you're never going to be short on options. Food. I think Taiwan might be the most underrated place in the world in regard to food, because I know before I came to Taiwan, I was not aware of just how good the food scene is here. So you're not going to be disappointed. The food and the coffee is some of the best you're going to find anywhere in the world, and it's quite affordable. Sometimes you'll go out to a sushi dinner in Taiwan, and high quality sushi is going to be probably half or less than that of what you would pay in, say, Los Angeles or New York. Those are 10 reasons why I think Taiwan could be the next hotspot for digital nomads, but it's not all perfect. I think there's other areas that could be improved, and actually Taiwan is committed to trying to improve, and one is like the culture of innovation. And there's certain ingredients that make a place, a city, a company innovative, and those areas really need improvement in Taiwan. For example, urgency, getting things done quickly and efficiently. So you still have a lot of bureaucracy and red tape. And just culturally, in business, things move slower in Taiwan than in innovative hotspots that we see around the world. Trust. It's really important to have good trust to build a culture of innovation. And in general, there's a little bit of a feeling of not trusting in Taiwan, whether that comes in business or as a culture. Diversity is really important to create a culture of innovation. And if you look around Taipei or Taiwan, it's somewhat homogenous. So the government is committed to, say, attract foreign talent. They've announced this gold visa that makes it pretty easy for business people from overseas to enter the country and work from here. So I'm going to put a link to the gold visa information in the description to this video. Startup scene in Taiwan. Most of what's happening is in Taipei, and the government is committed to attracting startups, but it's not the scene that you're going to find, say, in Austin, Texas, or Germany, or Israel, or Switzerland. But there is a commitment in Taiwan to be more attractive to startups, and there's some rumblings, so let's see what happens. As a footnote to this video is the quality of foreigner that's in Taiwan. My experience has been the foreigners in Taiwan are what you call, I think, high quality foreigners. So yeah, a lot are, say, teachers, and some are working here with companies, and some are working remote. But overall, the community of foreigners in Taiwan is really positive. So what do you think? What are your thoughts? Why Taiwan could be the next hotspot for digital nomads? What reason did I miss that you feel is important, and why Taiwan could be the next hotspot? Or what is it missing? What is it lacking? What do you think Taiwan needs to be that next hotspot for the remote worker, the work from homer, or the digital nomad? Would love to hear your comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or any of my other videos, please tap subscribe. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this rainy day in Dan Park in Taipei. Until next time, I'm Philip James. Find me on Instagram, Philip James 360.